Well, I'm delighted to be here, and To Kill a Mockingbird's one of my favorite novels. Atticus Finch is the all-American hero, and I love Scout and Boo and everything about it, and I taught 7th grade English for 14 years, and I taught that every year. I loved it, never got tired of it.
Hi, my name is Eric Schanauer. I'm a cartoonist and I draw the comic book Age of Bronze. I was not assigned to read To Kill a Mockingbird when I was in high school, like so many high school kids are. I knew about the book, but I didn't read it till I first was in my early 20s. I didn't really know much about the book. I knew it was a classic, and I thought, well, I should really read this. I had no idea what I was in for, so I read it and I absolutely loved it. So I was not damaged as a kid by having it assigned in high school, as I see so many kids are. I don't know if they're damaged. I'm just saying so many kids are assigned it in high school, and I think, can they really get this book? Can they really understand what it's saying? I think the portrayal in the book of childhood, it feels so very authentic. I mean, I just love Scout. I don't see how any reader wouldn't love Scout.
I'm Honey Lazar, and when I was a little girl and read To Kill a Mockingbird, it changed my life. And at that time, I decided to become a social worker, which I did for 14 years. Harper Lee rocks.
Hi, I'm Caroline Eamon. I read To Kill a Mockingbird in my English class, and I loved it. We learned all about the racial democracies and battles that were fought in the South. And we learned about all the discrimination and all the hope that these people had to have. And it just shows like the undying spirit. And I guess like it just evokes so much passion for all the things that those people had to go through. So I loved it.
Harper Lee's ability to tell a story is absolutely remarkable, and I remember reading To Kill a Mockingbird to my children for the first time. My wife had homeschooled all 3 of our kids, and I used to spend the evenings sitting out in the hall reading to them, and there were so many extraordinary moments in that book, but probably the greatest moment that I remember from the entire book is at the very end. Here is Boo Radley, who was so misunderstood, vilified, and yet at the very end of the movie that you find out that he's the hero that saved Scout's life. So there's a very tender moment. I would find myself often in reading this book, there'd be moments like when where Atticus Finch would kill the rabid dog, where you'd cheer. He was a hero and he was a man's man, and his kids didn't understand it. There was the part of the book where there was the angry mob where he protected the man whose life was being defended. There's so many great scenes, but of all the scenes in that movie, the one that touched my heart the most was to see Boo Radley, the misunderstood man who was the hero. Thank you for an extraordinary story that has touched my heart and my family's heart in such a wonderful way. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Karen Finley, and the first time I read To Kill a Mockingbird was when I was 14 years old for a school book report. And it was the first time, and I'd read hundreds of books by then that I loved. It was the first time that I absolutely fell in love with the book. And since then, it's been many years since I've been 14, but I've read it twice every 2 years just to remind myself what perfect writing is and what a perfect book is. And I'm so grateful to you, Harper Lee, for writing that book. You started a lifelong love of Southern literature for me, and a career in publishing, and going on to graduate school to become a writer. And I thank you for writing the most perfect line I've ever read in a book, and that would be "Hey Boo." So thank you so much, and I can't wait to read it again because I'm overdue. Thank you.
Hi there, Harper Lee. My name is Dorothy Meissner. I've been a reading specialist for many years. And my first experience with your book was when I had to teach it to my children. As a result of that, I had to look in very deeply into your plot, and I want to applaud you, to thank you for what you've done for the children as well as society as a whole. You have brought to the fore relations between parent and child, the injustices in society. More than anything, you have brought to the fore that yes, justice can prevail. I thank you with all my heart, not only for myself, but for the children that I've taught and dealt with throughout my career and throughout my life.